First and foremost, thank you for joining me, sis, man. I really appreciate you taking out the time in your morning to come and share this space with me. I know you've seen a few of the posts. I've currently launched a platform called Talking Slop, and it was inspired by conversations I've had with people, Baba being one of them, just as far as ways we can forward the knowledge and information. And I initially set this up, and Baba was going to be my first guest on the show.
Wow.
And the aim was basically to chop it up with Baba. On the conferences and on those platforms, you don't get to see the people themselves. You get to see the presentation and all the rest of it, but just find out about the people and what's going on inside and beyond what you see on the platforms. That's what Talking Slop was about, and I was looking forward to going there with Baba, just exploring some of the ideas that he shared on the platforms that we could dig and go a bit deeper with. And we're going to get opportunity to do that in other ways, I guess, because we're still connected. And I'm happy and real, as I said, just an honor to have you here sharing the platform with you to be able to do this. And I will just start.
Well, I am honored that you asked me.
Thank you, sis, man, for accepting the invitation, man. So let's just kick it off by you just, introducing yourself, who you are, and I'm going to piggyback off that. And yeah, we'll just take it from there, man. We're going to talk slop.
Well, I would like to say greetings to all. My name is Ayana Iyi. I am not quite ready to say the widow of Kalindi Iyi, so I am the wife of Kalindi Iyi, and I have joined him there in London on a few occasions, invited by you, Darren. So I just, again, say greetings to all here in Detroit with friends and family, and we are holding it down and preparing for the third conference as well.
Okay. So there's a lot that I would love to cover with you, sis, and I'm just assuming that we're not going to have the time to go into all of it, but there's definitely just some key things that I would like to, to touch base on. But what I will share is just how I connected with you, obviously by way of Baba, and we physically connected. When I first came to Detroit for one of the conferences, I think that's the first time we connected. And then, like you said, you made your way over to the UK, and you made an impact when you came to the UK, sis. Your presence was felt. To this day, I still get inquiries of when you're coming back, what's going on, and just that the need for that energy, that presence. And
well, I love the open arm energy that I received in the UK. I just felt like family, like I was home, and so I do look forward to coming back and just kind of hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, man. Well, that's for sure, man. We're gonna make that happen. So, but at the same time, sis, as I said, you made an impact, and your presence was felt. And not only at the conferences, where you attended the Breaking Convention. We also done some stuff in the community, and you reached and touched the people there. And then I'm also aware that on the social media front, just the butterfly effect, like I said. And we can't have you physically here now, but I would just like to delve into a little bit more about you, just your background and how you got to. I remember one of the titles of your presentations was along the line of that being the modern witch.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's just I want to know, just before we move forward, I just want to know a bit more about you, sis, and just to share how you got to the modern witch.
Sure. Of course, I honor and I use the term or the title witch, which simply means wise woman. To break down the word witch, W-I-T, wit, and then you have a craft, and you put those two together, and as you're using your intelligence and your gifts to make that craft better. So women who can stand in their power. And if you want to call me a witch, or I use that title because I know how to work with herbs, or I can be the midwife and I can heal through chants and dance and song, then so be it. I will wear that title, and I will wear it with honor. And I tell women that if they want to step into that place, that is a title that is a responsibility to carry the title of the word witch, because she is a leader and she serves the people. And when you are a leader, that is exactly what leaders do. We serve. We don't delegate. We don't tell people what to do, how to do it. I'm here for service, for those that I can help and heal. So, going all the way back to my grandmother and my great grandmothers, I know that they were herbalists and they were midwives, and they kind of stood apart from the rest of the family. Of course, I've been called the black sheep of the family simply because of the Christian way of looking at witchcraft. But again, I stand in my power because, just being brave enough to step away from the norm um, has been my walk. And I believe that that walk is what led me to being with Baba Kalindi for so long. He understood that about me. The average man would not have been like, what you doing in there chanting and burning candles and dancing around a fire and whatnot. So Baba was like, go for it. He always encouraged that energy in me. And because of him, that craft, that energy, that innate, that intrinsic good stuff was able to come to the surface through the use of psychedelics. Yeah. So witch, I love it. All you sisters out there, stand inside of that place if that's who you are, and you walk that walk with honor and light and integrity.
How. Again, there's a lot there, man, that I could open up, but I want to just stay on track. Just as far as what was your, was this something that you was born with, that was passed on to you by your family? Because again, culturally, coming from where I come from in the UK by way of the Caribbean, this space is a really taboo space, and being that most of my family and, African and Caribbean and African American families come from those Christian households. What was that like holding that, growing up? I don't know if it was for your teens or your 20s, whenever that was, just with that mindset.
Well, okay, so that energy. So I remember I was about 4 or 5. My mother told me, and she asked me, I don't know if you guys know, we play the numbers here in America. You play the number, you guess a number, you put it in, and you get money if they get the right number. So my mother asked me about, I think I was 4, she said, and she says, what's the number going to be today? And I told her, 000. And she played 000, and she hit for the money that came through. And so after that, she kind of started bugging me as a child. What's the number going to be? Well, those types of things started to happen more frequently as I got older, and I started to tap into that energy more. At first, it scared me because I could predict certain things, the outcomes of certain things. And I'm telling you, Darren, most of those things that I could predict were bad things, because of the feeling that would cross my body to let me know that something was not quite right. So because they were bad things that happened to people, or that was going to happen to people, I shied away from it because I thought it was really my fault. I had to really come into an age of maturity to accept what this gift or curse, and I've stopped calling it a curse, but the gift or curse as a child, what it was all about. I had to learn to accept it, to not be afraid of it. And once fear left me, I was able to hone in on those abilities. And I do believe that, my grandmothers and my great grandmother were all involved on some level, but they had to keep it, of course, on the down low. We do come from a heavy Christian background. My mother, who was very intelligent and very much into the occult, being hidden knowledge, the true meaning of occult, hidden knowledge, she decided that she wanted to stray away from that because it was wrong according to society. So she didn't feed that energy in me. As a matter of fact, my mother called me maybe about 13 years ago, and she said, honey, I'm going to tell you something, and I don't think you're going to understand it, but I no longer want you in my life, in my world, and in my home until you plead the blood of Jesus, because the things that you're doing are all wrong. And that was a heartbreaker for me, because I had to step away from my mother so that I can stand in my true power and be who I was. And I had to do that. I had to say, okay, Mom, if this is what you want, then this is what I'll do. So when you carry that title and when you work on it and you're with your family and the Christian society, you can look to be carrying that energy by yourself. People will look at you differently. They will be scared of you for some reason. Well, not some reason, because society says a witch is an evil person, crooked nose, bent back, doing ugly things to ugly people. But again, it's just a woman of knowledge. And before my mother passed, before she passed, she was able to look at me and see me for who I was and what I was all about. And she said to me, honey, I think that you know more about this religion thing than I do. And I apologize to you. And those were her words to me upon her leaving. So that, you know, I was able to help her open her heart, help her see something that was more than what they've been taught or what we've been taught, and through religion, which is a box. I have no religion. I honor the earth, the moon, the stars, the water, the sky, the sun. That's where I get my energy from. And yeah, it's just, I've just carried it. I've always walked with it. I just, you know, I was always into nature's bones being the stones and the rocks that are in the earth. I was always attracted to that type of energy. The water always compelled me. I could understand the language of the water when I sat near it, because water does have its own language, being a natural conduit. You can go to the water and you can create all types of magic and spells. I could hear the trees talk. So, you know, those things, yeah, call me a witch if that's what it is. I
Okay.
wear it proudly. You know, I am a true earth mother, connected so deeply to nature.
Wow.
So this energy that I carry, and because I'm connected to the spirit world, I feel Baba so strongly all the time, all the time.